Oh, world on episode 127, the Jimmy Canz Show. It's the grandest stage of them all. It's 2 nights. It's in Hollywood. It's WrestleMania 39. And we got some predictions for you. Like I said, Inglewood, California, SoFi Stadium, evening event hosted by none other than The Miz. Should be a good one. Let's get into it, Rod. What do you say?
All right. So right out the gate, I want to ask you a question.
What's that, brother?
What's been your favorite WrestleMania Goes Hollywood vignette that you've seen?
Oh, this time or
this time, this year.
This year. Probably the Seth Becky one. Like the Becky doing the Batman thing was not all that entertaining to me, but Seth dancing down the steps like the Joker, that was great.
Yes. Okay. I got you. I think they did a good job this time with those videos.
I mean, I still think that the first go around was the best.
Yeah, but they didn't do bad this time, though. They
didn't do bad this time, but like I said, the first go around, in my opinion,
what was your all-time favorite then? What's your all-time favorite?
Oh God, there were so many good classics that first go around. I mean,
give me three. Yeah, no, you get up to three.
I get up to three. I'd go then Booker and Eddie with the Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Triple H and Ric Flair with Braveheart.
Okay.
And Austin with the Gladiator.
Okay.
And honorable mention are the was Taxi Driver parodies. The You Talking to Me, where they had all the different people doing that, and Batista trying to be like, yeah, I'm talking to you. What's the line? He was playing Drax before he was Drax there.
Well, I like I see a kind of bright future for Roman in acting afterwards. That Goodfellas, that Goodfellas, I like that Goodfellas promo that they made.
That was good. I mean, Roman had that small part in one of those. Was it Hobbs and Shaw?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I see him. He's definitely grown a lot.
All right, so let's kick it off. We already know how they're kicking off Saturday. First match on night one will be for the United States Championship. Austin Theory defending against the 16-time world champion. And don't forget, he's also a 5-time U.S. champion. That is Big Match John Cena. Big Match John, or as I like to call him now, Ball Patch John.
Big Patch. Stu. Ball Patch, Big Patch John. I like all of that.
I mean, this is difficult. With the title on the line, is Cena going to be able to stick around long enough if he wins it? Because I think winning by DQ or count or something like that is just going to fall flat to kick off a Mania. So I think you need a definitive winner in this. All right, here I'm going to take Cena, and then I'm going to take Cena, and then, like I said, you got to remember though, you've got the Raw after Mania.
Yeah.
And there's always something big happens there. Cena wins open challenge for the night after Mania, and then loses it to somebody. Heck, like I said, this is night one. He could show up on night two with an open challenge and drop it.
Yeah.
Because right now, I didn't even think of this. Right now, Lashley doesn't have an opponent for Mania. So you have Cena get it off Theory night one, open challenge night two, Almighty comes out, something like that. But okay, I digress. But I'm going with Cena.
I'm caught up in that better than that. I'm there. I'm there for it.
What you got?
Oh yeah, for so many reasons. I didn't hear. Like I never thought of this. I was going with the obvious. I'm going with Theory. Not thinking that John can stick around. Thinking they've been trying to get Theory over forever. Trying to legitimize him. But I hope they do what you said.
Yeah, like I said, I just think it's even in a loss, you can still look good. You know what I mean? Like, if you can put Theory over Strong. You could have John really have to work to, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's going to be a squash or anything.
Yeah.
You know,
He
maybe
he gets out of an AA and gets out of a SCFU.
That or maybe he hurts John. You know, John ends up prevailing, but hurts the leg or the shoulder or the ribs or something, and that's what ends up costing him in the open challenge. Or he interferes in the open challenge. Some, there are things you can do that still make Theory look strong.
I'm with it.
Yep. Next up, we've got the men's 4-team WrestleMania showcase match. You got the Street Profits, Alpha Academy, Viking Raiders, and the team of Braun Strowman and Rick O'Shea. Who are you going with in this one, Rodney?
Well, unfortunately, I think the Street Profits are going to win. I say unfortunately because I want them to break up. But unfortunately, I got the Street Profits.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going with the Street Profits in this one as well. Based on these teams, based on the teams in here, just seems to make the most sense to me as well. All right, next up, grudge match of grudge matches here as the social media megastar, the Maverick himself, Logan Paul, takes on the drip god, the visionary Seth freaking Rollins, and everybody in SoFi will be singing his song. I'm going with Seth Rollins.
Yeah. I think it's kind of, there's no way, right?
Yeah.
There's no way. Going Seth also. I think it'll be a great match. Based on Logan, what he's done so far.
Yeah, he's been very impressive.
Yeah, I think it'll be there's a reason why they're putting him in there with Seth Rollins. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So next up, Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. The Hall of Famer, the ultimate opportunist, the rated R superstar, the devil himself, as he has been calling himself, Edge, taking on the Prince of Judgment Day, Finn Balor, inside the demonic Hell in a Cell, and the demon will be released. Who you got?
I think we see the demon.
Well, that's already kind of been confirmed.
Yeah, I think we see the demon. And the demon doesn't lose.
Yeah, I agree.
Finn Balor.
I agree. They've already confirmed the demon stuff. The promo that he did last night with the demon paint flashing on his face. And then the official match graphic now that they've been using on TV has him as the demon. So, yeah.
Okay.
Next up, the women's tag team champions, the man Becky Lynch, the Hall of Famer Lita, joined by fellow Hall of Famer Trish Stratus, taking on Damage Control, consisting of Io Sky, the role model Bailey, and Dakota Kai. 6 women tag team action. Everyone online and all the rumor and speculation is that Trish is going to turn heel here in the match and cost her team. I think the baby faces get the win here, and if there is a heel turn, it happens post match.
I got Damage Control.
Damage Control?
Yeah, I think it benefits. I think in the long run, it helps for Damage Control to come out with this victory.
I see your point, but you got 2 Hall of Famers, probably the most popular female on the roster right now, and
there for WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Anyway, next up, the alpha male of our species, the beast incarnate, Cowboy Brock.
Farmer Brock.
Yep. Looking to topple the 7'3", 410-pound Nigerian giant Omos, who will have MVP out there with him. Whew. That's a lot of beef in that ring.
218 wheelers.
Yeah. Who you got, Rod?
Well, think they're gonna swerve us here.
Okay.
Think Omos gets the win.
Yeah.
Think Omos gets the win. I think no one wanted this match. No one thinking Omos has a chance. I mean, I think you figure they're planning on having Omos around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he loses here at WrestleMania, gets squashed, or doesn't have a good showing. Yeah, you're right. Like it has to be over. It has to be over. So I mean, I think Omos probably with some help from MVP.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Omos.
I'm going Brock. I mean, it's Brock, and he's not in there with Roman or Bobby Lashley. So, I hear what you're saying, and I agree. Like everybody speaks so highly, and he's held in such regard, Andre, for what he did and everything. But the reason Andre was so special is Andre was booked to win. Andre won matches. I mean, the last true quote unquote giant that really has been booked, that was booked to win, and even he wasn't booked as strong as Andre, was probably Big Show.
Yeah. Most
you know what I mean. Khali wasn't booked that strong.
Yep, they have him coming up short.
Gonzalez wasn't, always lost. Mabel was a big guy and lost. So like all these bigger guys and stuff like that, like here's this big, but they only ever win, the enhancement matches. They're not winning any of the big matches. So like, what's the point?
Yeah, because like Mark Henry was probably like the last big, Brock, but Brock doesn't count as those. I know you mean like a giant.
I'm talking somebody over 7 foot.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's been a while.
I'm talking somebody over 7 foot or somebody over 400 pounds.
It's been a while since we had somebody like that, a champion like that.
So, next up, the SmackDown Women's title is on the line as the 2023 Royal easy for me to say, Royal Rumble winner, the Nightmare Rhea Ripley, challenges the Queen, Charlotte Flair, for that SmackDown Women's title. I mean, it's another WrestleMania rematch, years past. I gotta go with Mommy here to dethrone the Queen. She's just got too much momentum right now.
I agree. Definitely Rhea Ripley this year.
Yeah. So next up, the undisputed tag team championships are on the line. It's KO Mania, WrestleZania, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens back together, looking to end this record-setting tag team reign of the Bloodlines, Jimmy and Jey Uso. Who are you going with, Rod?
Well, I think, we come a long way, and you got to pay these guys off. I think KO and Sami.
Yeah, I agree. This whole thing has to pay off with them finally, getting a win. And getting one over on the Bloodline, starting to put cracks in that foundation.
And I got a prediction for SummerSlam, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay. Next up, it's finally happening: father versus son. Newest Hall of Fame inductee Rey Mysterio, the biggest little man in WWE, taking on his son Dominic Mysterio, who will undoubtedly have the remainder of Judgment Day out there with him. I think it's just a numbers game here, and do slimy heel stuff, and I'm going to take Dominic.
It has to be Dominic. He needs this, so there it is. That's all. That's all. That's all. There's no more.
I think it would have been great if they had not announced this one yet, and they set this up Friday night at the Hall of Fame. like during Ray's induction speech, dominate, interrupting and you know what I mean, and causing and making him be like, that's it. You know what I mean? I think that would have made him a more memorable moment at the, but.
And they still may have been interrupted just to try to, but I think the chronology of it and the way you were describing it probably would have had the biggest payoff.
Yeah. All right. Next up, it's the women's 4-team WrestleMania showcase match. You've got the teams of Raquel and Liv Morgan, Sonya and Chelsea qualifying last night. You got the Bone Breaker, Shayna Baszler, and Rowdy Ronda Rousey, and the team of the Queen of Hearts, Natalya, and one Shotzi in her taking care of business tank. Who you got, Ron?
Then I'm going to go with Raquel and Liv.
Raquel and Liv?
I'm going to go Raquel and Liv.
I'm going to go Ronda and Shayna here. I think they're setting them up for an eventual clash and run at the women's tag titles. So this is a great way to kind of springboard them into that.
I like it. I mean, I can see it.
Mm-hmm. Next up, a triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship. The Ring General Gunther taking on the Celtic Warrior Sheamus and the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre. I mean, all we need is the Ultimate Warrior and Kerry Von Erich in this one too. A lot of warriors. Maybe Animal and Hawk, the Road Warriors.
Road Warriors, get them out here.
Yeah, get them out of here too. Anyway, this is gonna be this could steal the show with these three men. But my gut, Triple H is really high on Gunther. He had that crazy long run with the UK title. He's having a long run with the IC title right now, and I think he retains here, and he goes on to continue to be IC champion all the way up. I think if he holds on to it all the way up to SummerSlam, he'll break Honky Tonk Man's record, and I think that's what they've got on the books for him.
Gotcha. Well, I'm a big Gunther guy. I was even a big Walter guy. To the point where I would say it with a V out of respect for him.
That's right. Walter.
General. The new lean he can fight you for longer, but just as devastating Gunther. I'm here for it.
I mean, like I said, look at what they did with him, even though he didn't end up winning it. But look what they did with him at Rumble. Going in at 1 and lasting all the way to the end and setting a new longevity record.
Yeah.
And I said, Trips is really high on this guy.
I can see why.
Yeah. All right. Raw women's titles on the line. The Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, trying to end the year-long reign of the EST, Bianca Belair. Who you going with, Rod?
I got Bianca. Bianca retains. I think, I read this somewhere on the message board and I could see it. Bianca could be the female John Cena if they played her the right way.
Yeah.
She could be the female John Cena. Like, there's some great champions out there. Like, I think Charlotte's one of the greatest female champions. You know how I feel about Charlotte.
Yeah.
I know everybody's high on Becky as well. I think they have their own identity. I think, but comparison, she could be the female John Cena with like the strength, the crazy strength, and stuff like that. So,
honestly, at this point though, I don't think anyone's ready for this version of Asuka. I'm gonna go with the new champion. I mean, this is just a nasty buzzsaw right now.
Crushing.
So, I mean, she's gone almost back to NXT Asuka. You know what I mean? Like, even though the paint's different, like personality and aggression-wise, she's like that NXT Asuka.
And it's going to be a heck of a co-main.
Yeah.
It's going to be a heck of a co-main.
So, speaking of main, we're there. for the undisputed WWE
Woo.
Universal Champion, the
Woo.
American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes,
Whoa.
looks to finish his story on the grandest stage of them all when he faces the head of the table himself and the tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Be honest with you, Jimmy.
What's that, brother?
This is pretty big, man. It's pretty big. This is it has the when you were announcing it just now, I haven't felt like this about a main event in a while at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I mean,
even last year's unification didn't seem to kind of have this buzz.
Not like this. Not like this. Not like this. This is the culmination of the bloodline, which has turned out to be one of the best storylines in how long in wrestling. You know what I mean? People are talking about it as like a generational storyline. Roman Reigns, who people just years ago hated as a face. And I was always a Roman guy. Even when he was fighting Brock, when he was young, he was a face. I just liked the way the kid was. And like for him to finally get the heel turn that everybody wanted. And now you got Cody, pretty much the creator of AEW. I mean, it has some gravity to it.
Yeah. Well, just remember this. Wrestling has more than one royal family.
There it is. Cody. There it is. There it is. Oh, for sure. I mean, you got the Flairs, you got the Roses, there's so many. But
Hawaii.
I defy you to find one that's bigger than the tribal chief. My pick. And there are a lot of great families. The Harts. Tremendous family. I mean, including the in-laws, including the Von Erichs. But that NOIE tree, it's loaded. And this guy, he's trying to make his case for to be up there 1A with obviously The Rock. So
1A within the family, or 1A?
Yeah. Right. 1A within the family. 1A within the family. Yeah, with The Rock on that tree. Rock's obviously sitting on top of that tree. But this guy here, this guy here making a push. Never back down from nobody. I mean, this guy here, he's something else.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, he's been doing it now for for a while. He's been running with those belts for a while and stuff. I just think you got to make a change sooner or later. You gotta you don't change, you get stagnant.
Agreed. Because the thing that like you're trying to imagine is, if it's not Cody, then who, right?
Exactly. At this point, I mean, at this point, I mean, the only other person you could have made a case for was Sammy, and they didn't pull the trigger there. So
they didn't pull the trigger there.
Yep. So all right, differences for Mania. You're going Theory. I'm going Cena. You got Damage Control. I got Lita, Becky, Trish. You got Omos. I got Lesnar. You're going Raquel and Liv. I got Shayna and Ronda. You're saying Bianca retains. I got Asuka. You're saying Roman retains, and I got Cody. So it should be an interesting weekend. We'll see what happens. Like I said, between Stand and Deliver, 2 nights of Mania, lots of matches. We'll all be tired come Monday. So, circle back with us in May for our Backlash predictions. This is the first premium live event going outside of the US for the next 3. We're not going to be back in the US until SummerSlam,
World Tour
after Mania, because Backlash is in Puerto Rico. Then after that, they're going off to Saudi Arabia for King and Queen of the Ring. Then after that, they're off to London for Money in the Bank. So, like I said, our next 3 PLEs are all international, and we're not back in the States until SummerSlam in Detroit. So
let's make our way too early predictions for something.
Okay.
Way too early predictions, all right?
Okay. What do you got, brother?
Main event of SummerSlam, who you got?
Main event of SummerSlam. Cody and Seth.
I can see it. Based on my pick,
Mm-hmm.
I can see Roman and Solo.
Roman and Solo, huh?
I like to see Roman and Solo. So
Roman and Solo or Roman and main event Jay?
that was the other one. That was the other one. That was the other one. But it's up. Yeah, that was the other one. So
All right, so give us your picks down below. Play along with us. Like I said, anything changes between now and when the matches actually take place, I'll post it down below. As always, wherever you are, we hope you're doing well.